From the Live X Studios in New York City, Cheesehead TV brings you two guys who like to think they know something about football.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome back to Packer Transplants Live. I am Aaron Nagler, and joining me, as always, is Mr. Corey Behnke, my partner here at Cheesehead TV. I'm coming to you live from the Cheesehead TV podcast studio. Corey joins us live from the Live X studio in Midtown Manhattan, and we are ready to talk some Packers. What do we have on tap today, Corey?
Today, we celebrate a Christmas miracle after the Packers' big win over the Dolphins and look ahead to Sunday's matchup with the Vikings. But right now, it's time for the good, the bad, and the ugly. We got the good. We got
the Packers' defense?
We got the bad. We got
Aaron Rodgers?
We got the ugly. We got
playing on Christmas for the second year in a row. Garbage, I tell you. If they do it again next year, I'm chaining myself to the door at 345 Park until they change it. Corey, how the hell are you, buddy? Welcome to New York.
I think Christmas is on Monday, so the likelihood is great. Boom, boom, ba-dum, boom, boom. I was watching the Monday Nighter last night. I was in one of those rows where I had like my own little TV, but instead of using it, I was watching the guy in front of me. It was fun, and it was fun to see Corey Linsley got a false start, but it was bullshit. It was interesting.
It was bullshit.
It was kind of BS. But he nodded his head, but they owned the Colts last night. Not that anybody cares watching this stream, but
the Chargers made the playoffs in large part because Corey Linsley is awesome. I think we can all agree on that. I mean, that's pretty clear. I mean, they have a pretty good quarterback, but it's obviously because of their center. Behnke, welcome to New York. How you doing, buddy? How was your trip over from the old Wisconsin?
It was good. It was uneventful. I don't fly Southwest as a rule, so I don't have any problems.
Good call. That's a good call because a whole lot of people did for their holiday travel, and now they're stranded. So I'm glad you made it in safe and secure, and you're here. Good to see you. Always good to have you in New York.
I love how Brandy caught what I was doing. So I didn't teach anybody those hand signals. So no one knew the hand signals I was doing before the show. So Brandy, you win.
Gold star for Brandy.
Gold star. Brandy knew exactly what I was doing, which I appreciate.
The hand signals were in full force in the
You know what we don't have here in New York that we need to get?
Carry
the G. Yeah, it's weird.
Yes, sir. I've only been banging on about it for like 2 months, but yeah, you're right.
I blocked out your frequency like a decade ago.
I'm aware. Well, welcome to New York, boss. Good
especially anytime I hear, anytime you have this frequency that I call the talent frequency.
Oh, right.
And
right.
As soon as you turn on the talent frequency, it's like the 48-volt power frequency. As soon as you turn that on, my brain does this whole filtering mechanism that's really incredible.
It's like really Rodgers at the line when he gives us one of these, when he looks at the defensive alignment and goes like that. It does the tap on the helmet, and that's you. You're just like, okay, forget that play. Everything's off. I can't hear a thing.
We don't need another hero ball.
I love it. Another hero ball. Well done. Corey was singing that before the show, and now he just brought out "We Don't Need Another Hero Ball."
I just realized that song is good for that. It's good for that. We don't need to know the way home.
So before we get to a plethora of Packers news, as we always do, we have to start with the hotness. Let's get to it, Nicholas.
Let's do it.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. It is time for the hotness, and as always, plenty of great plays to choose from. But this week, I had to go with Allen Lazard knocking over 3 dudes.
The bowling ball
on
play.
A run by Aaron Jones. I love this play. I love this play so much. Let's play it here. Here's Allen Lazard lined up in the slot, cracking back, and 1, 2, 3 down. And then the best is him standing over them, counting them. 1, 2, 3. Absolutely love it. Ladies and gentlemen, that is your hotness for the week. And like I said, plenty of other plays, but that is the hotness. Absolutely love it. I love Allen Lazard. Love what he brings to the team. I love his grittiness. I love the fact that he embraces that role.
And apparently the Bears are going to pick him up. I saw that on Twitter.
Well, that would not be a surprise if he hits free agency and they have $100 million in cap space.
Here's the thing. If he goes to the Bears, there's a 150% chance that he sucks. We don't need another way home. You know it.
So let's get to the Packers news of the day, of which there's plenty. Before we get to today's news, we got to lead with shout out to Mason Crosby making some serious news, breaking Brett Favre's consecutive games played streak. I mean, 256 times in a row, Mason Crosby has answered the bell. And I know everyone wants to say, oh, he's just a kicker. How many kickers have played 256 games in a row? There are plenty of times throughout his history in the league where the Packers have had to sign with someone to a practice squad or even off the practice squad just in case, and they've never needed anyone else. He's always answered the bell. That is impressive.
He did have a year where he sucked, though, by the way. Let's shout out to the year that he sucked.
2012.
Shout out to the year that we should have fired him and got rid of him.
Jersey Al was ready to cut bait, as were you, but Mike McCarthy stuck with him. And he's, I would say, without Mason, they don't win in Dallas 2016. That's a huge kick.
I mean,
it's a big win for the Green Bay Packers.
We would have had another kicker.
Who probably would have missed.
It's not like we would have had nobody.
See, here you go. Here you go, just denigrating the kickers. That's what you do.
I'm just saying.
He's a special teamer, whether it's a punter or a kicker. Corey doesn't want to know. Corey takes it for granted. I understand.
I'm not taking it for granted. I'm just saying that, yes, that's great, okay? And I know Aaron Rodgers wants to give him a hug. I get it, because he likes to hug people. But, shout out to the Calumet County Highway Department, by the way. Just want to say, shout out.
Nice hat.
To the Calumet County Highway Department. My uncle used to work for them. They clear a shitload of snow, and they do it with a smile. I appreciate them.
Amen to that.
Mason Crosby, yay. I just think when your special teams passes actual players, something's bad. Something bad.
Do you remember the apology video you had to make for Mason Crosby? Do you remember that?
No, I've blocked it.
Because that's out there. Yeah, I
blocked it out.
I'll bet.
There's a lot of things.
I'll send it to you later.
If I had $1 for every time I said stupid shit, I'd be a lot richer than I am right now, Nagler. Especially on this show. I thrive.
No comment. No comment.
I don't know what plant thrives on stupid shit, but I'm it. I'm the plant.
That plant is called Corey Behnke.
Me.
Today's news, of course, is that Dean Lowry has been placed on injured reserve. You talk about streaks. Lowry had played 101 straight games for the Green Bay Packers, but now he will miss the remainder of the season, having been placed on IR after the calf injury he suffered against the Dolphins. Hate it. I think Lowry, for all the misgivings and he's a veteran presence who's played a ton for the Packers. Kenny loves playing next to him. Shout out to Dean. I hope he recovers well and is on his way.
Dean Lowry,
next year.
We never knew you. We never knew ye. Hey, shout out to all the happy Nagler. Only you keep the happy hour Zoom open for people to just go in. So apparently, a lot of happy hour people were on the Zoom.
Because
they just realized
it stays open. Because I let people in
that there's a show. Why didn't you put the show through the Zoom? Then they would have known. We could have done that. We could have made that happen.
We could have, but Corey, we're trying to keep it streamlined here. I want people to come view the show.
Got it.
And hey, I can only do so much. I put it on the YouTube community page. I put forward Care of the G members. I put it on the Patreon page. I updated the post to let everybody know the show's not till, or the happy hour's not till tomorrow because we had to last minute shift transplants. So hey, doing what I can. But I also keep it open because I want a place for Packers fans to hang out, have a good time. So, happy hour's not till tomorrow. So there you go. You got a free Zoom to hang out and say hi to each other. The other piece of news, all the other injured players per Matt LaFleur are, quote, day-to-day. That includes Christian Watson, Keyshawn Nixon, etc. So we'll see. Although my response to that is always, aren't we all day-to-day?
According to Ken, you're day-to-day for sure. According to Ken, you didn't resend the email. So of all the things that you did, you missed that piece. I know you say that you like to finish things. That's what you told me in the pre-show. But
That's exactly what I do.
Apparently, you didn't resend the email according to Ken. And you know what? Ken's the kind of guy I trust. So I don't know why. Well, Ken, there's something about Ken that I trust.
If Ken knew that email is auto-generated and I don't send it, it gets sent when I put a post up. So I just updated the post. You have your settings as a Patreon member to get an email every time there's a new post.
Ken, notifications, buddy. Hey,
again,
can we talk about how attractive Matt LaFleur looked in his in that post game conference, in that presser that he did? I watched that yesterday.
I love that we are not even halfway through Packers news, and you have already derailed us.
No, I haven't. I'm looking at all.
He was
other
a very
players.
Attractive man.
I remember him saying day to day, and I watched that press conference. I wish the Packers would have upped the normalization on the audio on the presser, because through my phone it really wasn't loud enough. I needed more. I needed more cowbell.
It's so funny you say that, though. It was really soft this week.
It was really soft.
1,000%.
They need to hire LiveX. I keep telling everybody this, but I can log in remotely. You know what I'm saying? I can fix this shit. But yeah, I appreciated Matt's. It was a fun presser. It was a fun presser for him. I like it when he wins. I like winner press conferences are so much more fun than loser press. You get a lot more cliches in the loser press conferences than the winner.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do. The we got to fix it. We got to clean that up. They thankfully disappear somewhat when you win. So it's nice.
I do think, and I know this isn't really possible, but I think the Packers beat has gotten worse, though. Just going to say that. Like they used to ask better questions. Wait. I think they used to ask better questions. We're going to talk about
the Packers beat later in the show, so we'll get there. We get there.
Oh yeah, Aaron Rodgers is apologizing to the Packers beat. That's what I saw in the script.
So the Packers signed wide receiver Bo Melton off the Seahawks practice squad, and Bo Melton, a 7th-round pick from the Seahawks, is now on the Packers active roster.
If you would have told me that I was on a show where we talk about practice squad players, I would have told you to fuck off.
But wait, sir. We're not talking about a Packers practice squatter. We're talking about a Packers 53-man roster. Like, he was signed to the roster off of another practice squad.
What I want to ask is, when does Aaron Rodgers show him the hand signals? Do you think it's today or tomorrow? You know, there's that one time. He's going to get one chance, okay? So he better be ready for it. All I'm saying is he better be ready. Bo Melton better be ready for that hand signal time. That's all I'm saying.
Here's the thing, though. This kid he was faster than Christian Watson at the 40 when it comes to the 40. Like, he ran an insane 40 time. I would suspect, and I think he has a little bit of return experience, so my worry is that this doesn't bode well for Keyshawn Nixon, which I hate, but that's my guess sitting here right here today. So we'll see how it plays out. Maybe they use him on returns. We'll find. They brought D.D. Westbrook in like a few months ago, and we all thought he was going to be a returner, and then they never even used him. So who knows? But we'll find out here in the coming days. Tipa Nalai released off of injured reserve. Tipa was undrafted guy. He has played intermittently, sporadically for the Packers at edge. Kind of a little bit undersized, but I've always liked his game. Sad to see him go, but he is now on the street. And then finally, in ex-Packers coach news, Nathaniel Hackett fired after less than a year as the Broncos head coach.
I mean, is anyone really surprised? No one's surprised. No one's surprised, given how terrible the Broncos have been. No. And the general consensus that I've seen as far as the national media is concerned, the narrative out of Nathaniel Hackett is that he was not ready to be a coach. He was just a little bit too green to be a coach.
I mean, yeah, I think there's maybe something to that. I don't know. I would have been incredibly interested to see if he had been handed a different kind of situation, and sometimes that's it, right? It's like you walk into football is such a melting pot, right, of personalities and people and where you're coming from and what you're trying to accomplish. Everyone's trying to win, but man, the backgrounds are different, how you operate is different, and you need a good stew, right? And putting him with Russell Wilson, whew, baby, never felt like a fit. Never felt like a fit.
You know how I know Russell Wilson sucks, and I've always known it?
How's that? Oh, God. Oh, don't go where I think you're going.
He played for Wisconsin. Wisconsin
that
has
was
never
it.
had.
I knew you were
Wisconsin. Name one. Okay, besides Russell Wilson, name one Wisconsin quarterback that made it in the NFL. That's any good.
Randy Wright, baby. Come on now. Ex-Packer.
Get the fuck out of here with Randy Wright. Oh, my God. I'm going to kill you, Nagler.
Had to do it. Had to do it. Had to do it.
Oh,
Had
my
to be done.
God. Randy Wright. Get the fuck out of town with that bullshit. The Calumet County Highway Department wants their quarterback back.
I will just say, I've been asked.
There isn't one. Why would you?
Why
would you ever?
And he was only with a
Wisconsin quarterback could be good. He was only there for 1 year. I know.
And he was there for 1 year, right? Exactly. So I will just say this about Nathaniel Hackett, because I've been asked a ton about, do you think the Packers will bring him back as a coach? And look, the Packers hired an assistant who got fired by the freaking Lions, midway through the year. So it's not like it's out of the realm of possibility. But I was surprised at how non-committal and or standoffish both Matt LaFleur and Aaron Rodgers were when asked about that prospect.
But that's the thing.
I thought they'd be a little warmer to it.
But because here's my other thing, okay? And by the way, anybody who said Scott Tolzien, just ban yourself. Just unfollow and ban yourself, okay? Just leave. Leave right now. Here's the thing.
Hey,
why
Scott Tolzien had a great move against the Vikings getting in the end zone back in the day. So that's all I'll say. That was fun. I enjoyed that. That was fun.
Lord,
doesn't make him a good quarterback.
I asked who was a good quarterback. I didn't ask who had a good move.
He's not a good quarterback.
Here's the thing. Why? I don't understand, okay? Why do Packers fans... Okay, it's like, oh, you played for Wisconsin? We want you. Oh, you coached for Wisconsin? We want you. Oh, you used to coach for us and you sucked somewhere else? We want you. Why do we always just want sloppy seconds? What is it about Northeast Wisconsinites that love sloppy seconds? I don't get this. Like, we're better than this, people. We're better than this. We are better than this. We have the winningest team in the NFL. We don't need no sloppy seconds. We just need the best. Nathaniel Hackett is clearly not the best. What are we doing?
Well, now, hey, flip that on its head, though. It's funny watching everyone pine, and my Twitter feed literally lit up. Like people going, we need the gold zone back. The gold zone this, the gold zone that. People, the gold zone was great in 2020. Nathaniel Hackett was on the squad last year when they struggled mightily in the gold zone. So I'm not so sure that's the automatic kind of dunk people think it is. But, I mean, given how fucking garbage the Packers were in the red zone this past Sunday, I guess any help would be welcome. All right, let's talk about the offense. Let's talk about some positive shit. Let's talk about Royce Newman returns. For one, the moment, I think you can see it on Watch Party, the moment it gets announced that Yash is injured, I pretty much resigned myself to the idea that the offense was going to go like turtle. It was going to like go into its shell, and they were going to have to change everything about how they operate. And I could not have been more wrong. They absolutely operated like they always have, like they always do. There wasn't a ton of change as far as the calls, the protections. The Dolphins blitzed a ton in this game, and Royce Newman answered the bell. Was it perfect? Was he an all-pro? No. But goddamn, that is probably the best. I mean, not probably. That is absolutely
I was about to say,
the best. That guy played at tackle in the entirety of last summer, this training camp, all throughout anything we saw practice-wise in the summer.
He was
a liability at guard. I mean, we haven't seen him since the Jets game, and that was at guard. He came in at tackle, and he played really well. I was absolutely shocked. So, shout out to Royce Newman.
Okay, Arnie Herber played for Wisconsin. If Arnie Herber truly played for Wisconsin, that is a pull. And whoever pulled Arnie Herber. Okay, let's just hold on.
A long time ago, though. But
yes. Yeah, but hold on a second, Nagler. Hold on a second.
Yes, sir.
Here's the thing: Arnie Herber is probably the most disrespected Packer great of all time. So you know what? I'm going to give a shout out to Arnie Herber. Arnie Herber, R.I.P. Legend.
Legend, absolute legend. You know who else is working his way to legend status? Okay, that was a bad transition. But
wow,
I want to give a shout out to Patrick Taylor.
Are you fucking kidding me right now?
Occasion.
Did you just go from Arnie Herber to Patrick Taylor?
I'm trying to stay on script, Behnke. Join me.
I hate you. I hate it here. I hate
Patrick
it here.
Taylor
someone kill me.
Is now an official member of the 53-man roster. And let me tell you how he celebrated. He caught a great pass over the middle on a delayed shallow cross. He ran the ball with efficiency, powered over a couple dudes, kept his legs churning, and he absolutely clobbered a dude in pass protection. Nicholas, roll this. Come on now. Look at this play. Boom! Get off my quarterback, allowing Aaron Rodgers to step up and make, let's be clear here, a phenomenal throw to Big Dog. Look at that. He's literally starting to his left, trying to drift maybe into the flat, and then recognizes the blitz from the linebacker and absolutely obliterates him. That's phenomenal. That's just
truth be told,
stuff.
Patrick Taylor has had a great training camp and has stepped up when needed all season.
When needed, I mean, he's been elevated 3 times from the practice squad to the roster, right, for game day. Now they've signed him to the 53, and he absolutely answered the bell in a game where Aaron Jones got rolled up on at the start of the third quarter. So, yeah, I love this kid. And he's just a complete package. Big guy, can catch the ball. He's got soft hands. Great in pass pro, as we saw there and have seen plenty of times in his time in Green Bay. You talk about a role player embracing his role and rising to the occasion when needed. Amen. There you go, Patrick Taylor.
You know,
love it.
I never thought I'd say this, but a shout out to Ken Hansen. Herbert only played on the freshman team at Wisconsin. He transferred to Regis as a sophomore. You know he didn't want that bullshit Wisconsin team. He needed to go somewhere better. Appreciate you, Ken. Appreciate you. I think Ken's actually a Wisconsin fan, so it's funny that he pulled that, knowing that I'd shit on Wisconsin as soon as I saw it.
Well, he likes to get you going about Wisconsin is what he likes to do.
Because they suck. Actually, you know what? The new initiative, Packer fans, is
oh boy, here we go.
I'm starting a new initiative where anytime the University of Wisconsin at Madison, which is what they should be called, plays another University of Wisconsin team, that we force ESPN 3 to put Madison versus Green Bay, Madison versus Milwaukee, Madison versus Stevens Point. I think it's a sign of respect to the other schools that are part of the same program, technically,
right? Same system,
and
right?
I think we need to make this happen, people. I'm sick of the disrespect.
I think you're obsessed.
You know, if it doesn't happen,
Wisconsin.
Here's the thing: if it doesn't happen, here's what I'm going to do. Okay, I'm going to spend the rest of my life trying to make the University of Wisconsin in Green Bay. So we'll just move Madison to Green Bay. We'll just move the capital. You know what I'm saying?
All right. Your capital to Green Bay. Didn't that almost happen? Anyway.
2 votes away. 2 votes. 2 votes.
Away.
And you know some landowner stuff. They just gave some land away. You know what I'm saying? It's really sad.
Speaking of politics and government and votes and what have you.
Here we go.
Ladies and gentlemen, I want to call upon our elected leaders to get to the bottom of something here. Congress needs to investigate the lack of touches for Aaron Jones in the first half of Sunday's game. Now, look, I understand
this an antitrust issue.
Jones indicated that he was rolled up on early in the third quarter, I think during his first carry of the third quarter. And so from that moment on, I understand possibly not getting Aaron Jones involved, although they did intermittently throughout the second half. By the end of the first half, though, prior to having issues with his injury, whatever, the man had 3 touches, 2 runs, 1 reception. I know I've heard Matt and I've heard Aaron talk about how the Dolphins were daring them to throw it. I don't care what they're doing. Aaron Jones is your superstar. Aaron Jones is the best player on your team. Get him the ball. It is absolutely malpractice. It is malfeasance.
I have a theory on this.
It is a sham. It is a mockery. It's a travesty. It's a Travis Shamockery that Aaron Jones gets 3 touches and a half.
I think there's one person to blame when it comes to this. I'm going to be honest with you.
Who's that?
QB1. I think QB1 hates Aaron Jones. I'm just going to tell you right now. I think there's something, whether he gave him the hand signals and he didn't understand the hand signals, or I don't know what it is, okay?
You're going to ride this for the rest of the year.
I'm going to be talking about hand signals until Aaron Rodgers retires, okay? Fuck that. This is a meme, bro. Come on. I'm just saying, like, why does Aaron – here we go. I got to get this ready for Tyler to clip. Right. Why does Aaron Rodgers hate Aaron Jones? Why? Just get him the ball, man. That's all I have to say about that.
That's not a crazy question. I get it. I get where you're coming from. Like, the man stirs the drink. The man is what makes the offense go. And look, oh my goodness, they somewhat struggled in the first half.
Interesting.
On offense, when Aaron Jones got 3 touches. Interesting. Think players and X's and O's, not Jimmy's and Joe's. The whole thing drives me nuts. Let's talk about the defense, shall we?
I mean, it's clear QB1 doesn't share the spotlight. I mean, here's the thing. If I'm already going to get blamed for being political when I talk about Aaron Rodgers, I might as well go all in on it. It clearly hates Aaron Jones. There's no other explanation.
What is that line from Lord of the Rings when Gandalf is on top of the tower, Saruman has him captured, and he says, "There's only one Lord of the Ring, and he does not share power." That's Gandalf describing Aaron Rodgers.
Aaron Rodgers.
He doesn't.
That's it.
He doesn't share power. Yep. That's it. I feel it.
Yeah. So
I feel it.
What you're saying is Aaron Rodgers is the Lord of Mordor. Is that what we're going here?
He's the Dark Lord. Yes. In this analogy,
and Aaron Jones is Saruman.
No. Aaron Jones. Well, kind of. I guess.
Kind of.
I guess he would be.
Saruman wants
in that
power.
Scenario, right? He wants to share the power. Right.
Got it.
Fair point. But let's talk about the defense. Let's give a shout out to Jerry Gray. I love the fact that Roswell Douglas straight up said that Jerry Gray cussed them out at halftime. Like, Jerry Gray, the nicest dude, one of the longest tenured defensive assistants in the league, been a coordinator twice. They call him the OG, and he straight up cussed out the defensive backs at halftime. And as Matt indicated on Monday, maybe they need to have that happen pregame because these guys absolutely responded. But shout out to Jerry Gray. I love that he's not afraid in that moment to get after a guy. And I saw a quote from Rasul where he was talking about when you got to look at each other like, wait, OG's yelling at us, because he never does this apparently. They got everyone's attention. So you talk about a coach who knows when to push that button. That's like the old, everybody used to talk about Parcells knowing when exactly who needed what at the exact right time. Jerry Gray pressed the right button there because those guys responded without a doubt. Then we got to talk about Preston Smith. My God, Preston Smith absolutely wrecked shop in Miami. I don't think this guy gets nearly enough credit for what a good football player he is. All he does is show up every week, do his job, wreck shop like he did in Miami, whether it's setting the edge, whether it's beating his man to get to the quarterback, whether it's blowing up a screen, whether it's working inside out when they try a smoke or they try some kind of tunnel screen. Preston is just a really, really good football player, and I'm very, very glad the Packers saw fit to sign him to an extension and make him a cornerstone of their defense because, God damn, I love watching him play. He absolutely wrecked things down in Miami.
According to Larry McCarron, Jaron Reed was the best defensive tackle in the game.
Well, funny you should say that because Jaron Reed played his best game of the year without a question. And look, you know how, like, in moments you can look back and go, that's when everything changed. That's when the switch was flipped, or everything changed in that moment, or that was the fulcrum upon which, like, fate was, like, changed forever, blah, blah, blah. I'm telling you, that play by Jaron Reed where he strips Mostert of the ball changed everything in this game, because without that, Dolphins are driving, good chance they go up another score on the Packers heading into halftime.
Yep.
And I'm not so sure the Packers come back and win that game.
I mean, that honestly,
changed everything.
Honestly, you could take that to another level without the interceptions in the fourth quarter. The turnovers by the defense, and like we've seen in the past when the Packers have been good, turnovers by the defense are what puts us over the top as a team, and always have and always will. So,
going back to Dom Capers' days, they've always been winning the
because the offense
battle.
To be honest, the offense still has got the offense has yet to get its head out of its ass this season. It's really sad.
I can't even disagree because, when you're handed the field position, they were handed with the opening kickoff return.
It's incredible.
And they fart that away for a field goal. It's hard. It's hard to disagree. It's hard to disagree. I'm with you on that one. Let's talk. Let's preview a little bit about this Vikings game on Sunday. Now, here I got a question for you, Corey. Are you going to be back in Green Bay for the game?
So I literally, here's what's crazy. The show goes down at 12:15. We strike. I take a train at 4 a.m. to Newark, New Jersey. I get on a flight at 6 a.m. I get into, I think, Minneapolis at 10:38. Then I take a connecting flight to Green Bay. God willing, and Southwest, since I'm not taking Southwest, hopefully this works out.
Maybe this works,
I take a little 45-minute puddle jumper to Green Bay, and I'm there before the game, and I'm doing the watch party, and we're loving life. Here's the thing. Justin Jefferson thinking that he can be an MVP in this league, get the MVP award. This kid, somebody knock this fucking kid down a peg. Get the fuck out of here. If Cooper fucking Kupp can't get the MVP last year, you ain't getting the fucking MVP, Justin, so shut your pie hole. God. Minnesota media is the most hypinest. They pump these players up. They make them think their shit doesn't stink. They make them think they're the greatest thing since sliced bread, and they ain't won shit. They haven't done shit. God, I hate the Vikings.
Word. Well, it's just, for me, it comes back to, remember when Devontae was putting up big numbers with Rodgers, Devontae got conversation about, maybe he should be MVP. And it's I can't go that route because you put, Jordan Love in there, or you put, back in the day, Brett Hundley in there. And, Devontae is still producing, but he's not producing at that level. No. It's when people would be talking about, maybe Gronk should be MVP back in the day. It's if Brady's not throwing him the ball, he ain't putting up those numbers. You know what I mean? So, I think Justin Jefferson is sitting here breaking records every week, right? Every week. It's the first time a receiver, he passed Randy Moss on some other list this week. It's every week this kid is breaking a record, yardage-wise, touchdown-wise, whatever, league-wide, franchise-wide, whatever. He's impressive as hell. He's amazing. He absolutely wrecked the Packers in week 1. So I am begging Joe Barry. I just want Jair on Justin as much as possible. I'm not saying it needs to be every play. I'm not saying it needs to be exclusive. I just want best on best.
We'll be lucky if Joe Barry plays press coverage 5 times. We'll be lucky.
I don't even need press coverage. I just want Jair on Justin as much as possible. And look, Justin's going to get his.
Yeah.
Make no mistake. He will beat Jair from time to time. That will happen. And I live with that, and I'm fine with it. It's going to happen, especially in a league where everything is set up for the offense to win. I get it. But, God damn, I want to go down swinging. I want the defense to play their best against their best.
Did you see Kyle Brandt's rant about the fact about Kirk Cousins? And it was so funny. He just nailed why Kirk Cousins will never win an MVP is because he's so fucking corny. The guy is and no one respects him because of that. He could be, dude. Kirk Cousins could turn into Aaron Rodgers in the last half of his career. He's
winning
no fucking MVP.
He's playing well, though. This is the thing. He's playing exceptional ball.
But
he's playing very, very well.
I saw this other stat though. If you look at Patrick Mahomes versus every other quarterback in the league, Patrick Mahomes wins on every stat, every single stat.
100%.
Like over
no
Kirk Cousins, over everybody else. So
Everybody.
It's like, honestly,
no.
like
wait.
if Patrick Mahomes doesn't win the MVP, like people be crazy.
Okay. It's funny you say that because yesterday on Packers Daily, I was asked this question, like, who's the MVP? And I was like, it's boring, but it's Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah.
And Nick Wright over at FS1 has this running thing on his Twitter account, and he's 1,000,000,000% correct. He's like, every few weeks, there's a new kind of, we're bored about the fact that Patrick Mahomes is going to win MVP, so we have to manufacture the idea that someone else could or should or may or might or should win MVP. And it's like, whether there's Justin Jefferson, Kirk Cousins, whoever, like anybody on any other team, they drum up this idea that, oh, maybe this guy or this guy. No, it's Patrick Mahomes, and it's not close.
No, it's not close at all.
It's not close.
I know it's boring. No one has him beat. No,
everyone's sick of him.
It's crazy,
but it's not close. And then we also, have the return.
Kirk Cousins. Kirk Cousins is going to be giving us some though. As good as he's playing, there's no way Kirk Cousins doesn't give us something at Lambeau. He loves giving us something at Lambeau.
We'll see. I'd love it. I'd love nothing more, but we'll see. Maybe. He might not have to give us anything if they run Dalvin Cook 100 times and he just runs all over the Packers. I'm just saying.
You know what would be the greatest thing is if, like, what was it, 33? Is that what the Vikings came back on? 33? Was that what the number was?
33 points. Yep. 33.
How great would it be? Okay. And if we were down 34 in the second half and we came back at Lambeau, we come back and we beat them at the one thing they have in life. Like, literally one thing the Vikings have right now.
They have no trophies. They have
no
nothing.
Trophies. They have no stats.
Nothing to hang their hat on. That is it.
And just like taking away the winningest the winningest games from the Bears after 105 years, we're like, oh, yeah, Vikings, you had that for 3 weeks, and now we got it.
You own this for 3 weeks, now we got it.
That would be so great.
I got to admit, that would be amazing.
I would almost rather have that than make the playoffs this year, to be honest with you. I feel like I'm a Vikings fan for saying that, but I'm,
Relax on that. Finally, the return of Za'Darius Smith. Za'Darius going to be back in the house, and he's playing well. I can't wait because he's going to be licking his chops at, I got Zach Tom, maybe David Bakhtiari. David's going to practice this week, according to 12, so maybe we see David Bakhtiari. I'll tell you what, if Bakhtiari plays this week, there ain't no way Za'Darius is lining up over him. He's lining up over, if Yash is back, he's lining up over Yash, maybe Royce Newman, although maybe they move Zach Tom over there if David's back. But all I know is if Bakhtiari's in the lineup, ain't no way Za'Darius is lining up over there. He don't want that. He knows he's going to get embarrassed. That said, Za'Darius is playing very well for Minnesota. I am very fascinated to see what kind of reception he gets from the Lambeau crowd.
He's going to get boos. That's all he's going to get. What do you think he's going to have on his shirt? He's going to have, I ate some cheese. He's going to have some corny.
He's not going to have an opportunity to show it.
He's going to have Kirk Cousins pick the thing that's on his shirt. He's like, Kirk, you pick it.
God.
You pick it, Kirk. Do a dance in the end zone, Kirk.
Can't wait. All right. It's that time, Behnke. Let's do it. Let's do it, Nicholas.
This week in the Packer blogosphere.
That's right. It's this week in the Packer blogosphere, the return of that venerable series. Ladies and gentlemen, sometimes we highlight some goofiness, some fun, whatever. But right now, today, here on Blogosphere, I wanted to highlight Cody Alexander and the work he does over there at Match Quarters. If you have not subscribed to his Substack, highly recommend doing so. He has a YouTube channel. It's awesome. You talk about the dean of teaching people defensive football online, on the internet. Cody's a former defensive assistant in college football. He's now settled into content creation. He does awesome work, and he did a breakdown of Roswell Douglas versus Tyreek Hill. You talk about getting granular. You talk about getting into the weeds with technique. Check this out. This is awesome.
This is a really nice soft press technique by the Packers' Roswell Douglas versus the Dolphins' Tyreek Hill. Anytime you have an elite speed receiver like Tyreek Hill, you don't want to be super aggressive at the top of the route. You want to feather back and allow him to decide where he wants to go. Once he does it, that's when you get the offhand jam. So at the top of the route, we're going to see a nice little feather technique by Roswell Douglas. Now, once Tyreek works outside, you're going to see this offhand go straight to the shoulder, which is exactly what you want. Now, Roswell Douglas is 6'2", and you've got Tyreek Hill who's 5'8". So he's going to stab that shoulder. It's harder to get to the pec in that. Once he stabs that, you can see right here, he's going to push Tyreek out. That's going to slow him down. Once we get to this position here, you're going to see that he's going to pull down and swipe and then work to the near hip and cap this route. Right here, you can see he does the little swipe on top. Now he's in position. He's going to get his eyes down and then back into the field to see the ball up here and cut off the route. Now, right here, he's in perfect position and needs to continue to look and lean on Tyreek Hill. He panics and gets his eyes back around. This allows Tyreek to pull ahead. So we don't want to do that. We want to keep looking and leaning and run him through the sideline. This is an arm bar. We want to try and stay away from arm bars, as that's usually a penalty. Right here, the ball is underthrown and it hits the ground. But again, nice example of soft press by the Packers' Roswell Douglas against the Dolphins' Tyreek Hill.
Again, can't recommend Cody's stuff enough. If you're like interested in technique and the actual kind of workings of how people are playing football every Sunday. And look, what's mind-blowing to me, listen to everything Cody just said. That's one play. That's one matchup. And there's stuff like that happening on every single play. I love that stuff. So if you're into it, Cody's stuff is great. I highly recommend it. I had him on the Shameless Packers podcast earlier this year. You can check that out if you're a Patreon member. Cody's the best. Cody's the man, and I absolutely love that shit. So good. Then on the other end of the spectrum, completely different from technique breakdown. Ladies and gentlemen, there's a new content creator out here. Out here in these out in these YouTube streets. Mark Kabaka. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that last name correctly. At the moment, he has one video up on YouTube. It's a short. And it is absolutely fire.
Wow, one video and you're already all about it. Okay, let's see it.
Let's roll it.
Hey, you hear what I'm saying? I'm saying the Pack is back. They're on the attack. They're going to go on the ransack. You got that, Jack? So I don't want no flack.
Come on now.
I don't understand why he says... Why does he say his A's? Channel. He says his A's kind of weird.
It's called an accent, Behnke.
It's called. Got one. I think he's from the EMEA or something. EMEA.
I just love it.
EMEA.
Thank God. Shout out to Tyler for highlighting that on the Cheesehead TV Twitter account.
Thanks, Tyler. Appreciate it. Good job, Tyler.
Then finally here for Blogosphere, I do want to address something that happened on game day, or actually it was on game day, but it was after.
Is this where Aaron Rodgers is going to apologize for the beat?
No, Aaron Nagler is going to apologize to the beat.
Aaron Nagler, got it.
You think Aaron Rodgers would apologize to the beat? Get the fuck out of here. No, I do want to give a shout out to the Packers beat. So can we put up the tweet? So on Christmas night, on my way home, I know they're playing a few people down due to the travel, but not one person asked Matt LaFleur about the fake punt. Packers beat got to go back to the tape and clean that up. Now, here's the thing about this tweet. Initially, when I was thinking about tweeting it out, I was going to make it about how great the Packers beat is. I was like going to pump up the Packers beat. It was going to be, I know they're playing a few men down because I know Rob couldn't make it because of travel. You know, Huber never travels. Wildy doesn't travel. So I know there aren't a lot of people down there, right? So my initial version of that tweet was, I know the guys are busy because of, the short number of people, because of travel, etc. Clearly, the national people and the Dolphins people, blah, 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 aren't as good as the Packers beat. That was legit the first version of that tweet. But I changed it because I was like, I don't know very many people who cover the Dolphins. I know some national people, probably not that well, not comparative to how well I know, Ryan and Matt and the guys who cover the beat regularly. So I changed it to be a bit of a tease. I'm just trying to tease the guys a little bit. And, Schneidman and Ryan Wood, who were down there, they didn't take it very well.
But did they ask the question?
No, they were in the locker room. Because when you're down there, you have a choice.
Well, and
right?
Spoff,
choice to make.
I love Spoff and West, but they're not going to ask that kind of shit.
Exactly. But I will say, shout out to Rock. Rock asked Matt about it in the Packers.com video that he does after the game, blah, blah, blah. But I was like, I just was kind of flabbergasted that Matt didn't get asked about it in the post-game press conference in a game that, decided that kept their playoff hopes alive. And that's a monster decision for a head coach to make and to give the green light. That fake punt. And I couldn't believe no one asked about it. So
the only
Ryan,
thing stupider,
Matt,
the only dumber decision
Ryan,
than that.
Ryan and Matt, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I was trying to make a light. I was trying to tease.
No one cares.
Sorry. I
no
care, Behnke.
No,
and guess what?
No
I'm 50% of this show.
I don't give
so
a
I get
fuck
to say,
what Ryan.
I'm sorry.
Here's the thing. You're sorry. I'm sorry that no one gives a fuck, including me, about what Ryan Wood or Matt Schneidman think. Do your fucking job. Okay. The fake punt is arguably one of the worst decisions the Packers have made. Although, 3rd and 2, and you decide not to run the ball in London, go fuck yourself, Packers, okay? Oh.
Wow.
Wow. Or in London.
Wow.
Why not choose 3 times in situational football to pass the ball and not run? That's nice, too. Yeah. Dude, you were right. The Packers beat wasn't doing their fucking job. And
wait. Now here's
they
my
got
question.
their butt hurt about it, which they always do. Because here's the thing about the Packers beat. Okay, this is all since time immemorium. I know I said that completely wrong. So I know I said the word immemorium. I don't even know. Since the beginning of the Packers beat has sucked. Okay, they've sucked. They've never been good. They're the best of all 32 teams. But they still suck, and they're always going to suck because there's too many agendas, and none of them are the agenda of the fans. And when you are the agenda of the fans, you just get shit on like us. So there you go. Boom, boom, boom.
I vehemently disagree with everything you just said, but I appreciate your passion in saying it.
Just remember, okay, Packers fans, the Packers beat is never on your side. They don't give a fuck about you. They don't care. They want you to subscribe to their content, and then they want you to shut the fuck up. As soon as you talk about anybody on the Packers beat, they're going to get their butt hurt because they can't take it. They can dish it, but they cannot take it. From Bob McGinn on, it's the story in memoriam. I know I said that wrong again, so I don't even know what I'm saying.
You know what's great is there's so many bits here that we could clip, and they make sense. But then we keep fucking it up with saying the wrong thing, or we pronounce something wrong, or whatever.
That's fine. I'm not worried about it.
I love it. I know.
I don't care. I just don't care anymore.
Wait, Nicholas, can you take me wide?
I don't care
just for a second.
anymore.
Wait. Okay. All right. Matt, Ryan, I'm sorry. That's it. That's all I needed to do. I didn't need to address it in the camera. I'm sorry.
Okay, let me do this. Matt Ryan. Hey, Matt Ryan. I don't give a fuck. I'm not sorry. Oh, I don't care about you at all. I wish you didn't cover the Packers because you suck. Okay, there you go.
Wow. All right, let's get to some YouTube
The only
comments,
thing worse than Matt Schneidman covering the beat is the clothes he wears. Okay, so let's just be honest. Okay.
Oh,
let's be honest for once on this show. Let's be honest for once on this show. Let's one time tell the truth on this show. I'm going to tell the truth. Okay.
One time. This is it. The truth is about Schneidman's
I'm
clothing.
going to lie every other time.
All right. I got it. I disagree with you again, but I
don't
appreciate
care.
Your passion.
I could give two shits. If I had $1 for every time someone disagreed with me in general,
yeah,
I would be way richer than I am right now. Okay.
Fair point.
Oh.
Okay, we ready to get these super chats going? Let's do it.
Yeah, let's do it. Oh, here we go. Chris Dorsey, thanks for super chat. Loss of Lowry covered by Wyatt. Loss of Lowry covered by Wyatt. True, false? True. I would say that's true.
I don't know about covered. I would say mostly true. I think it's going to be a group effort. I don't think Wyatt just steps in, but I do think you'll see a lot more of the young man, no doubt.
Luke Carnes, thanks Super Chat. Wanted to say cheers, keep carrying the G. Appreciate you, Luke.
Thank you, Luke.
Ken Hansen, Corey, excited to watch your fave DC tonight. Jim Leonard, what's tonight?
The Badgers play tonight?
I thought he quit the Badgers. Didn't he quit?
No, he said he was staying through the bowl game. So I'm assuming tonight's the bowl game. This is how little we pay attention to the Badgers.
Who the fuck gave the Badgers a bowl game?
Dude,
what are they
come
playing?
On, this is college football. Everybody gets a bowl game.
Are they playing
bowl
in
games
the
are like participation trophies?
Wait. Let me guess. They're playing in the Taco Bell Invitational? Chick-fil-A Regional? What are they playing in? They're playing in the Culver's Bowl. Culver's Butterburger
Bowl. I like
the Culver's Butterburger Bowl.
I would 100% watch the Culver's Butterburger Bowl. Are you kidding me? 100%.
I would too. I mean, I would go just for the Butterburgers. Jesse Wicht, thanks for the super chat. Thank you, Corey. We don't want Leonard or Hackett. Give it a rest, Twitter. I agree, Jesse. I agree. Dave, thanks for super chat. Corey being actively unhelpful. Negs trying to keep the car in the vicinity of the road. What good is that? What fun is that?
Why?
Look,
why
I got
stay
the
out
Calumet County Highway Department on my side. Okay, guys, just don't you worry about it. Ryan Willie, thanks for super chat. Thanks for keeping us entertained, Aaron and Corey. I'll be out of commission for a while. I'll be going under the knife next week, and Jim Sorgi was decent as a backup quarterback. Jim Sorgi?
Oh my God, no.
Sorgi.
Ryan, that said, hey, good luck with whatever you're having done. Really
the only thing worse than saying Jim Sorgi was a good backup is saying Matt Schneidman's getting his job. Ryan Willie. Oh, yeah, we already did that. Luke Carnes. Thanks, Super Chat. This is for Corey's stupid XXX fund. What's that? I have an XXX, a quadruple X fund.
This is for Corey's stupid blank fund.
I don't get it.
I don't know.
I don't get it. I say stupid shit that I forget all the time, so there you go. James.
Oh, stupid shit. That's it. It's a stupid shit fund. He was just trying not to write shit. There you go.
Thanks, Luke. James, I'm coming from MT, Montana, to go to this game.
Montana.
Will be losing my voice and don't plan on sitting. Okay, James.
That's it,
careful.
James. That's it, buddy.
Also got to find me some Carry the G. Can't wait. Go, Pack, go. James, you're going to have some fun. And hopefully the Vikings are going to get crushed. You know what we need to do?
Wait,
if the Vikings,
to be sure, make sure you go to Ridgeview
Liquor, also Wine Cellar, also
Cellar,
Festival Foods, also Woodman's in Green Bay.
Woodman's, yeah,
and Festival,
yeah. Festival, definitely.
And sometimes they'll say they don't have it, but the employees are kind of hoarding it, so you gotta work at it a little bit. Also, you know what we need is if the Vikings lose, we really need to pull a clip of Dipshit with the call. What's his name?
Paul
PA
Allen.
on the mic.
Paul Allen.
Yeah. God, he's gotten worse this year. I don't know how it's possible.
Because they're doing well. They're doing well.
He literally, the better they do, the worse he gets at his job. I've never seen anything like it. It's incredible. He's one of these guys. He's one of these guys that he thinks he's so good at life. It's crazy. It's so crazy how good he thinks he is at life. It's incredible. His lack of self-awareness. Like, at least I know I'm a buffoon. Like, I embrace the buffoonery. I'm okay. I am okay with the person that I am, but I don't think I'm great. He thinks he's great, and he's trash. It's so crazy. So crazy. Justin, so Corey won't be staying up late to watch the Badgers play their bowl. The Badgers are playing a bowl game tonight? People got to pay to tell me this? So sad. Badgers fans, you're so pathetic. You're paying me. You're paying me.
Awesome.
I hate the Badgers. I hate them. I hate Madison.
I think Justin's making a joke here. I think. I'm not so sure he's a Badgers fan. He's just.
But I didn't even know they're playing a bowl game.
I didn't either. Literally, I didn't either. I had no idea.
If I wanted to watch bad quarterback play, I would go back and watch Randy Wright playing for the Green Bay Packers. Here we go. Wendy Vance, thank you for Super Chat. 3rd down for Green Bay, sack of Aaron's Rodgers. Enough of this already.
A lot going on there. I think she's talking about what she talked about a couple weeks ago or months ago when she was talking about coming out of a timeout and it's 3rd down and have to take a timeout, and then they come out and then they take a sack. I'm assuming.
Tony, I've always been toxic. I don't know what you're talking about.
A lot going on there.
Tony, I'm not going to put your thing in, but if you think I'm toxic now, you just wait, buddy. Dave, thanks for super chat. No ways the Packers can beat the Vikings record for birds killed.
Fair point. Very fair point.
It's true. Nicholas Miles.
Something they have on him.
Thanks for super chat, Nicholas. Are we allowed to sign Hackett as an assistant now? Please, God, no. Let's just move on from life. Let's move on.
To answer the question, yes, they are allowed. I don't think they're going to, but they are allowed to. Yes.
Let's move on from life. Justin, Jair is Jefferson's daddy, and everyone will know this come Sunday afternoon. I like the way you're thinking. Barry just didn't give Ja the chance last game. He'll lock him up on Sunday. I like your attitude.
No.
I like your attitude.
I hear you, Justin.
I like his
but
attitude.
Ja was given a couple of opportunities in Minnesota in week 1 and got burned. So, look, I love Jair, and that's why I was talking about earlier. I can't wait. I want it. But don't sell Justin short. You're going to hurt some people out there, including Jair. Like, the question is to win more often than you lose. That's it.
Wait, hold on. I skipped the super chat, you guys. Hold on. Help me find it.
Oh, boy. Here we go.
No, I know I'm going to Andrew Ware next, but Corey Krenz is saying I skipped a super chat, so I'm trying to find it.
Unbelievable.
Help me. Help me.
I'm looking. Wait.
Help me, Obi-Wan. You're my only hope.
Whose super chat did you skip?
Corey Krenz. Hold on. I think I can search.
I saw Andrew Ware's.
Yeah. I'm going to Andrew next.
Okay, so
hold on.
Birds killed. Got that one.
I just typed in Corey, and I just see
Corey Krenz. I see. He was a Carry the G Club member. It's probably not being pulled by social. That's probably why. Corey. Corey says, R.I.P. to Packerman / Little Tunt. Corey. Here's proof of life. Proof of life right here. Packerman knows he was created for moments of frustration. It's the whole reason he exists. Back in the day, it was about Mike McCarthy running it on 4th and short into like a power set and knowing that they were going to get blown off the ball and never convert, and then I would tear him apart. Then it turned into Matt LaFleur and Aaron Rodgers hating timeouts and throwing them away needlessly, and then Packerman would die. On Sunday, it was the pent-up frustration of yet another shot play on 3rd or 4th and short, and going deep, fruitlessly, needlessly throwing the ball to a blade of grass rather than to a receiver. And so, yeah, Packerman had to pay the price. But, as you can see, Packerman is here.
It kind of came out of nowhere. I wasn't ready for that.
Corey, it was a culmination. 15 weeks. 15 fucking weeks. I dealt with it. And then finally I snapped. What can I say? But as you can see, Packerman, alive and well. I'm doing okay.
I know I'm going to Andrew next, but I think this is a funny comment. Wait,
what's that?
Oh no, not skip my super chat. No, what was this? This is actually funny. Somebody I think they deleted it. They were like special teams. Oh no, Corey, kickers are as important as the guy that runs LiveX. Slow down, buddy. Slow your roll. Andrew Ware, thanks for the super chat. Oh my God, Corey, your hat. My family is from Chilton. This is actually my uncle Randy's hat. He worked for the Calumet County Highway Department.
My grandma and grandpa lived in Chilton forever. My grandpa owned a bar in Chilton. Shout out Chilton.
He lives in Brilliant. Well, he lives in Reedsville now, but he worked for the Calumet County Highway Department in the. He worked over by Lake Winnebago on the Calumet County Park.
True story. I got out of a speeding ticket because my grandma worked in the Calumet County Courthouse. True story. Good times. Shout out Calumet County.
I wish I cared. Joey Soper, thanks for the super chat. When do we find out Week 18 game times? This is a very important question here.
Yeah, most likely, usually, typically they'll give them out Sunday night during the NBC broadcast of Sunday night's game. So I would often at halftime. Sometimes the news will get broke a little before that, but halftime on Sunday night, you'll probably get it. get an update for
you. Know what's crazy? There's more people that are talking about Chilton in this chat than actually live in Chilton. So don't fucking come at me with Chilton, okay? You know what I'm saying? Like 3 people live in fucking Chilton, and I've already got like 4 people in the chat being like, my sister lives there. I live there. My family's... No one lives in Chilton. Come on, let's be real. Eric Slaby, thanks for the super chat. Corey, who's your favorite Packers beat writer ever? Aaron Nagler. That would be my favorite Packers beat writer ever. Because you know what? You know why? Aaron Nagler is the first Packers beat writer in the history, and I'm talking about Cliff Crystal's my second favorite, okay? He's the first Green Bay Packers beat writer, or any beat writer for that matter, that can take shit and is not a little bitch about it.
I got a lot of practice. That's for sure.
He's not a little bitch. Every fucking Packers beat writer is a little bitch about taking shit. Because here's the thing, the nature of the job is for them to talk shit about other people. But as soon as you dish it back to them, oh my Lord, it is like it can't be. We cannot do this. We cannot. It can't happen. Alex Pryor, thanks super chat. Nice bounce back game from Savage. I know he's been disappointing, but he still has 4.36 speed.
Alex, great point. Yes, 1,000%. And I loved Matt mentioning the fact that here's a guy who did see his playing time, obviously, greatly reduced, and came out there and performed when asked to on Sunday. Good job from Savage, no doubt.
The amount of people in the chat talking about Chilton right now is just hilarious. It's just
because my God, you mean a Packer show that is all about Wisconsin? Like
I drove
Chilton, exactly.
I drove through Chilton once. Chilton makes good car repair manuals. I've seen Chilton on a map. I emptied my ashtray in Chilton. Highcliffe State Park. Shout out to Highcliffe State Park. Been there many times. Here's what's crazy. Have you ever been to Highcliffe State Park when the lake flies are on the lake? Holy crap.
Yes.
You want to talk?
Yes.
You think the apocalypse is happening.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yes.
I remember as a little kid going there and being like, oh my God, is like the Bible, is what's in the Bible happening right now? This is not good.
It does feel biblical when that happens.
My co-workers from Chilton. Guys, come on, just be real for a second. Eric Slavey, thanks for super chat. So you guys weren't Brooks Bollinger fans? LOL. Oh, dear.
That is such a good pull. That's such a good pull.
That's funny. Jason Anderson, thanks for the super chat. Pack fan ever since Lofton's reverse against the Giants. Thank you, Cheesehead
there you
TV.
Go.
You're the only place I go for anything Pack. Thanks for keeping it real, Corey.
Thank you, Jason.
The amount of I just want to read all the Chilton things, but I'm not going to do it. That's all I got. I do.
All my exes live in Chilton was a favorite.
All my exes. Although you know what, I'm going to talk. Okay, I'm going to say this one time. Okay. The greatest place in Calumet County, and there is no argument, okay? So I don't want to fucking hear it. Brilliant, Wisconsin. Market 0.
Want to give a shout out to all our Patreon members. Thank you so much for your support. Like I said earlier, happy hours tomorrow night. Thank you so much. Sorry for the late change. Carry the G Club members here on YouTube. You guys are thebomb.com. If you want to join Carry the G, the club, you can get access to special emojis, access to our weekly happy hour, which is happening tomorrow night. Information is on the community page here on YouTube if you are a member. Corey, you got anything else for the fine folks at home?
You know, Ken and some other people are going to be in the Zoom from now until the Patreon happy hour starts tomorrow.
God bless them. Can't wait. I hope they do. I hope they have a great time.
You should just record it. You should just start recording now.
I'll just hit record on the old Zoom. Can't wait.
And what's his name will come on there. He'll start defending Aaron Rodgers.
Harold. Shout out Harold. Hey,
Harold.
By the way,
Harold will come on there. He'll defend Aaron Rodgers. He'll lose his voice, and then Ken will talk about the Badgers a little bit. But then I won't be on there, so he won't be able to trigger me. And then
Harold is a producer of Packer Transplants. You can see his name in the credits. God bless him. We love Harold.
Well, basically, I just try to. All I really do with Aaron Rodgers is try to trigger Harold. That's all. It's really easy to do too.
Yeah, it's very. You always know it's coming. That'll do it for this episode of Packer Transplants. We'd like to thank everyone who makes Cheesehead TV part of their daily Packers routine. We are and will always be devoted to Green Bay Packers fans worldwide.
I think it's a fluid situation, and we're. I know you guys love it, especially Nagler. I can see you smirking at me right there. We're going to take it one day at a time, and just it's going to be fluid, though. That's all I can tell you.